talk a little bit about the horrific shooting in Charleston, South Carolina. Dylan Roof is now, obviously he has racist motives, but he also chose to attack a church meeting during prayer at the African Methodist Episcopal Church. What is your initial reaction?
Well, first of all, of course, our hearts go out to that church, to those family members, to that community, because this is a devastating thing that's happened. And of course, we're all hurting over it because 9 innocent people sitting in church, gunned down in cold blood. It's a terrible tragedy. And of course, Dylan was motivated by race. That's clear from everything that's been found. But it's also clear, and this has created a lot of controversy among people who've heard me say this. It's also clear he didn't go to a basketball court. He didn't go to a bowling alley. He didn't go to a bar or a nightclub. He didn't go to a supermarket. He went into a church. And I think that spiritually, this is clearly another attack on Christians and Christianity that we also have to address, because churches are extremely vulnerable to these kinds of attacks. And frankly, Chaplain, there's increasing hostility against Christians because of the biblical positions that we're taking in this sort of post-Christian world that we're starting to live in and we're starting to experience in our country.
Well, clearly this young man, Dylan Roof, who I don't have any sympathy for, I think was not just racist, I think he was demon-possessed. Anyone looking at his actions can say there might have been a spiritual element to his thought process. Why do you think, and it was reported that he went in and prayed with his victims for an hour and then went out to the car and got a gun and came back into the church. What's the spiritual ramification, or what do you see inside of this young man?
Well, look, as Christians, we know that the scripture teaches us that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in the heavenly or high places. And so clearly this was a demonic spiritual act, an attack on people in prayer, in Bible study, in a sacred sanctuary. This clearly got spiritual dimensions. Now, I know that the mainstream media is not good at addressing that because many of them don't understand it. But we as Christians understand that there's more behind this than just a human being going in and attacking other human beings because of their race. The fact that he did it in a church, we know, is a satanic or demonic act.